Hi everybody, it's me, I'm MattHawes of The Happy Show, and I'm here today with another video vlog. It's October 28th, 2007. How are y'all doing? And look at my ugly tie! Isn't it awful? I bought it for $1 at Goodwill, and it's going to be on The Happy Show because it's too ugly not to share with everybody. Can you believe that somebody might have bought this thinking it was a nice looking tie? Oh, I feel kind of bad that somebody really did, but it's just cool in how bad, how awful it looks, and I have to use it. I just have to. When I saw it, I said, I gots to buy that. I gots to. And the reason for my video vlog for today is that there's a new YouTube channel that I think you should check out. It is the account for my pal, David W. Johnson. As I like to refer to him, it's David W. Johnson, the kitchen magician, the culinary conjurer. Culinary conjurer of Mealtime Magic. The culinary conjurer. I slipped on that. Anyway, he has a new account here on YouTube that you can go check his videos. If you've watched my Happy Show stuff, my Happy Show videos, both here on the MattHawes channel and on the Happy Show channel here on YouTube, that's one word, the Happy Show, then you'll have seen Dave. You have seen Dave in the past on my videos. And he decided to go ahead and start up his own account, which I will put the web address to in the info box over here. Look at the description box. If you don't know where that is, it's where it says the name of the user. In this case, it would be MattHawes for my channel. And then there's a little thing that says more info in the little description box. Click on that more info. It will drop down and have more info. In this case, it will lead you, or give you a link that will lead you to Eliot508. That's ELIOT 508. And that is the channel for David W. Johnson. Dave, he started in public access. In fact, he could be said to have started public access in the Evansville area because before he pushed for it, they weren't honoring the whole franchise agreement and the whole FCC thing about how there's supposed to be a public access channel. And in the future, I'll have to tell you more about the story behind that and also talk more about public access. A lot of people don't realize that you can utilize public access, and it's supposed to be in every state and everything, in every city pretty much. Bigger cities, of course, they're supposed to have 3 channels: educational, government, and public access. And smaller places are supposed to have at least, the cable company is supposed to have at least 1 channel to be used for all 3, I guess, things. Again, I'll describe and talk about that in a future video, but public access, for the most part, is free. In Evansville, it's definitely free. There's other places that might charge like a small fee, I guess, to fund the place that the studio or whatever. Here we don't have a studio. Here everything is produced and put on by, well, everything not put on, but it's produced and done by people like us. Like I fully budget the Happy Show. Yeah, there's a budget for that. I spent $1 on the tie. There's the budget. But and, you know, there's no production values on that thing, as you can tell. Actually, not very much anyway. I spent money on this hat too, and that's, I guess, a prop there. But it's non-profit and all that. You know, the whole deal with public access is to give the community a voice. I'm getting away from the main thing. Again, I'll address that probably in a later video for you people out there. They're curious about that. But David W. Johnson, you know, put on public access channel or public access programs here in Evansville. Several of them over the years. He's started around 1999 or 2000, whenever they start using the public access channels here in Evansville, and he's went by a different name before. Eliot, it was 50 Eliot, which was a pen name that he was using, and you can actually find stuff if you search under 50 Eliot with him talking about the public access and getting it started here in Evansville. Because the minutes of the meetings, the city meetings and all, are still available online. But at the time, again, he was going under the name 50 Eliot. And he was, you know, the name of his channel is Eliot508, based off that name there. And his show, Dave is a very interesting and quirky personality. I like Dave, he's a friend and all, But he's quirky, so you gotta understand that, and he'll even tell you that. And so when you watch his channel, understand that his show is truly a variety of subject matters. You got usually in the first half, I think, or the first parts of it are going to be just bits with Dave. Some mostly comedic bits. Sometimes they're not necessarily humorous. They're supposed to be just bits of business that Dave does. A lot of times it's humorous, and then he also does his cooking stuff, which is a carryover from when he did have a show actually called The Kitchen Magician. Now his show is called What's Up With That. And What's Up With That, like I said, it's an hour long, it's got variety, and the good part of it is him discussing his Bible readings. Dave is a religious person. I personally have belief in a higher power and everything, but I'm not really into the religious, organized religion or religion, talking about religious matters and all that. But Dave, that's what Dave does, and if you enjoy, or if you are at least interested in hearing talk about theology too, you can listen to Dave's show and you get everything. You get cooking, you get the theology, and you get oddball humor and just quirky segments. So it's something that you might want to check out, and I hope you'll at least give him the chance and check his channel out. And again, it's our program, but Dave has to split these up into parts, and he's putting up, I assume he's going to eventually put up every episode. He's got over 50 of these things made. You'll be able to see if he puts them up and continues to put them up in regular fashion. You'll be able to see these programs before they'll ever air in Evansville, because he's made so much in advance, and they're just now starting to show some of them. And the great thing about YouTube is it gives Dave a chance to show people his work, because like with my program, one of the first strings things about Evansville's public access is that they wouldn't always put stuff on. We have both cable companies are pretty much the same in this, where they don't put things on when they're supposed to, and that's all we ask, because again, in Evansville they don't budget and they don't do anything for us other than put our shows on. There's no studio. They don't show let us use their cameras or anything, which they do in other communities. So it's totally on us to produce and put together the episodes and to turn them in. And so all we ask is that they put it on time. The cable companies put the shows on time. They can't manage that most of the time. I've been pretty lucky since another person's in charge of public access this past year than the guy who was in charge a few years ago at one of the cable companies. One of the cable companies, they've been showing my show around the clock, and that's pretty cool. And more or less, I guess, on the scheduled days, shows it at the right time. So that's cool. The other one I gave up on, to be honest, because they weren't showing it. But again, I'm going off about public access. But so you can check out Dave's channel, and I think you should, because it's got a lot of interesting stuff. You'll also note that in some of these, you'll see, if you follow my videos, you'll see some of the stuff in his videos that looks about the same, only different. That's because anytime me and Dave has filmed something jointly together, we have a little arrangement where he will use his footage he'll use the raw footage on his show, edit it however he sees fit, and then I take the same footage and raw footage, and I edit it and add my own little thing and put it on my show. So it's kind of a co-production, but yet you're seeing two different versions, and it can be very different depending on the situation of the video. But anyway, so that's my video vlog. I just want to recommend that you check out Dave's channel and tell him Matt sent you. Anyway, yay! My throat's hoarse. Yay!